Hello and welcome to Cloud Monday. Today, we're following on from last week where we took an old PS3 game that I had played before, where I had a save in the cloud. We played it on PlayStation Plus Premium and we loaded my save into the game. It was a split second, it was a real fun hour full of nostalgia, and I even managed to beat one of my old scores. On PS4, it's a little bit more tricky because I have nearly all the games still that I have bought and played, whereas on PS3 I don't have as many left anymore. But this is Marvel Puzzle Quest Dark Reign. Yes, the mobile phone game is still going, still getting updates, still getting features added. This one, not so much. It had a PS4 release, a PS3 release, and that's kinda it. I bought this, and you buy the PS4, you get the PS3 for free. So I played it on PS3 actually, and I got all the trophies. On PS4, well, I played it a little bit, but it wasn't different enough, so I kinda just stopped. I already had the trophies, even though it is a different trophy list. What's also interesting is that we can see I have purchased the DLC as well. And you can see the last DLC was 2016, so I bought that after that point. And of course, it says cross buy, so I bought it and it worked on PS3 fine. So we're going to stream it, and we're going to see if we have the same ability to put in our PS4 save. What will be interesting for me is if it can automatically grab it from the cloud, or if we have to manually do it like we did on PS3. When you play a PS3 game and you hit the PlayStation button, you get an option to view the cross media bar, the XMB. And when you click it, you get an option to move saves around. So if you've played a lot of games but haven't put the save in the cloud, when you view your save files, you'll see there's a long list of games you've played in the cloud that are separate from if you have a PS3 at home, maybe. So in the last video, a split second, and I'll put the link, of course, in the description, you could see that we could copy from the cloud to the game that's being played. And when you go back to the game, it restarts. And it restarted, grabbed the save, and automatically started playing, which was great. Unfortunately, I had finished all the races, so there wasn't much to do in split second. Here, with this PS4 game, if it ever loads, it's not finished. Like I said, the PS3 got all the trophies, finished it. This one, I did maybe the first chapter. Don't really remember, but we'll get to see if we start from nothing or if we have an option to import a save, and we'll see how that goes. I think it would be nice to know whether or not when I import the save, if it's gone to the console or it's gone to the cloud like the PS3 save did. Yeah, so hopefully it's not too complicated. But simply put, if you play a PS3 game in the cloud, I can't even click exit this one. None of the buttons work. Let's try that again. Unfortunately, this is a launch Japanese PS4. It's very old, very used. And if you've seen the Cloud Monday videos, this happens now and then. Before recording, I did do the license restore, and as per usual, I do the license restore, I restart the console, and we go from there. So yes, if you play a PS3 game, check you might have a PS3 save file in the cloud that's not part of your PS3 cloud saves. That's crazy. Imagine if your PS3 console is physical but not where you live. It's saved on that. And you've got to hit the PlayStation button, choose cross media bar, go to the save, exit the game, and physically do the options and copy to the cloud. I should probably do a short about that, how to do that. That might be quite useful. Not too sure why this isn't working well. What we'll do is we'll stop here and we'll fast forward the video and we'll continue on once I get this loaded and sorted, because I have no idea how long this is going to be. So, see you in a minute. Wow, alright. We're finally back here. Took a restart. Took the PlayStation Plus Premium service to crash on me more than once. The search text box to fail. The game loading to fail, as in the list of games to fail. So, but we finally got back here. Let's try it. Stream. I do hope the service works better on PlayStation 5. I wouldn't say it's miserable on PS4, but every week I do a video, I have to restore license. Every 2 or 3 videos, something like this happens. I don't expect this to be too demanding on the service. I don't remember there being lots of particles on screen. But it could be a case that because not a lot moves on the screen, then we might get macro blocking. That's quite possible. We had that in a split second last week, where it looked like certain elements of the screen weren't working properly. Interesting. Here we go. There's no save data. Do you want to copy save data from online storage to game streaming storage? Yes. There it is. Copy. If this works, it's going to be much more seamless than PS3. I always like that one. Iggy. So I haven't unlocked any others yet. Whoops. I hit the wrong button. Let's quickly check options. Okay, back. Select. Okay, so I have unlocked Juggernaut, the second one. So it looks like it has got the save file, but did it bring the purchases over? 14, 13, 13, 13, 13, 14, 13. Okay, brought the save file over, but down here, these boxes here, that's where the DLC was. So it did not bring the DLC that I have paid for into the game. I own, that DLC, and it did not bring it into the game. Interesting. So let's play this without the DLC then. If you aren't familiar with Marvel Puzzle Quest, it's actually really quite fun. It's a match-free game, And there is a mobile phone version. The mobile phone version has received a lot more support than this game did. It's like they put it out on PS3, PS4, got the money, put out more DLC for it, and then just left it. So it didn't get any of the support that the mobile phone did, so it has far fewer characters. Looks good though. But we're looking for, like, the background isn't changing, so I wonder if that's going to degrade over time. Also, can comment on the controller. Does it feel slow? Does it feel, you know, that there's a delay? And so far, it doesn't feel like there is. Not really much commentary you can do about this game. My goal is to rotate the characters so they're not all facing him when he attacks, and to basically not die, if I'm honest. See, he's got an attack there. You can see him on the top right, flashing. So what have we got? That's a strong attack. That might do it. There we go. That victory looked a bit blurred. And I can't see anything that looks like a streaming issue, other than some of the text not looking as crisp as possible. Now here's a hint. You can see that we got a team-up card, but we didn't get a character card. If you do a fight and you get a character card as a reward, do it again. There's a chance that if you do it again and again and again, if you do it again and again and again, you can get more of that character card. So there's one way to earn characters quickly and to level them up. Oh, I forgot to read. Oh, this is not replay, this is us doing a new one. It does feel a little limiting without those DLC characters. Now, there's a but to this. I didn't mention it last week because I didn't really remember. But I did also have DLC for Split Second. And as we saw last week, none of the DLC stuff was visible. Well, I think that's the case. I didn't mention it last week because I wasn't 100% sure. Where's this match? And I'll mention it this week, but I'm having a huge caveat that I still don't think that's true. Pretty sure we had a bit of screen tearing a little bit there. It's probably worth. What can we do? Yeah. So ideally, I should put 4 out because he's about to attack. You can see headlights flashing. But 4 is red. I can't make it red. So might as well keep it as Wolverine then. Oof. Oof. Big oof. That did a lot of damage. Oh, we didn't do it. Huh, nuts. It doesn't look like he's about to attack. So projectiles. One there, one there, one there. But not needed. Well, just to be safe. Again, team up card, but no character card. If there was a character card, I would do that fight again. This isn't the easiest. There's no platinum for this game, so it's not the easiest one to get all the trophies for. It can take some time. I know on PS3 I would play a little here, a little there, and eventually I got the trophy. In the comments, feel free to talk about your experiences with this game. As I said earlier, it is on mobile phone and has been for a long time. Did you play on phone and then did you play on console, or did you only play on your phone? I used to play a lot on my phone. Unfortunately, there's a but to this story. When I changed phones from Android to iPhone, I think it was, or iPhone to Android, something like that, I didn't transfer my account to the new phone. This was years ago, before there was like biometrics and stuff. So all the cards, all the characters I had unlocked and my special whatever tactics I used, all gone. Like that. The same thing happened with Puzzles and Dragons as well. It was very annoying, very sad time. So now, we got a card from this one. So what we'll do it again. And you should get a card again. If you don't get a card, then you know you've got all the cards you can. And sometimes it feels like you can do the same fight 5 or 6 times and still keep getting cards for it. And it's not the same card either. Early on, because we don't have all the other characters, it will feel like you're getting the same card. But as you keep going further into it, you kind of start getting other cards too. Yeah, this is a rough start. It doesn't always get any easier either. Ah, Spider-Man completely got hit there. Kind of feels like we're just surviving. The reason why I picked these characters as I did, purely just for leveling them up. That's it. Like, for the first part of the game when you have so few characters, my strategy is to level up them together. Later on, when you get all the other characters, or the stronger versions of these characters, then it's not as important. Well, that's what I think anyway. If you got a different strategy, feel free to say so in the comments. Yeah, and being this early on in the game, you don't have all your moves either. So I don't have that much to hit these characters with at the moment. It was kind of weird playing this game all the way through. At times it felt like the beginning of the game was much more difficult than the end of the game. And that should finish him off, hopefully. Not just... There we go. If not, it would stun him. So we've got another card. That's 2. Let's see how many cards we can get, and that'll probably be the end of this video. This is going to be a shorter one than some of my more recent videos. The goal of this video was to see, basically, what's it like importing a save file from the cloud into one of these games, and it's so seamless. It asked. The PS3 did not ask, it just played. But like I said, I don't have too many games in the cloud that are unfinished. My backlog conquering series shows a lot of the games that are unfinished or are not even started are still on the hard drive. I'm thinking about what to pick. I did also have as an option like perhaps trying to go for getting a trophy in like Ratchet and Clank. But I don't know, I wasn't in the mood for trophy hunting in Ratchet and Clank to get the platinum. And the same applies to Knack as well. That's in the cloud. And I actually have quite a few trophies for that game. A part of me at some point actually tried to platinum it. I really enjoyed playing Knack's mobile phone game. As you played it, you unlocked items in the game. I found it was a very useful way to try and get some of the rarer items. I don't think the game is available anymore, so I don't know if it will still be able to link to the game. But at the time, it was interesting. It was one of those, I don't know whether they call it synergy or not, but one of those games that had a mobile phone component. It wasn't the game on mobile phone, it was using the mobile phone to enhance the game. So for example, it wasn't Run Sackboy Run, which is its own Little Big Planet spin-off game. It was... how do I change soldier? I forget now. Square, okay. It was its own thing. Actually, Run Sackboy Run came to the Vita. I was always a little surprised that these mobile phone tie-in games didn't come to the Vita either. I feel like that was kind of missing out on an easy kind of market there. But hey, lots have been said and written about Sony missing out on the Vita market completely. We should have known something was up from the beginning when it had less features at launch than the PSP did. It's weird how this round, I've got more yellow for Spider-Man than I did last time I played with him. He's single-handedly kept my team, well, alive, I guess. I was a big fan of Puzzle Quest when it first came out. I had an Xbox 360. I did everything in Puzzle Quest 1. Maybe in Puzzle Quest 2 as well. So of course when Marvel Puzzle Quest came out, I was like, yeah, that's what I want to play. I got another card. I guess we're just gonna play until we get all the cards. At least it loads quickly. We should probably give one of these a go. You probably noticed that the soldiers are not attacking, and that's correct, they don't attack. But when we faced off against What's his name? Ah, the guy with the hat. Oh, the helmet even. Essentially, there are two types of characters in this game. They're the Marvel characters who have attacks like I'm doing with Iron Man, and there are soldiers who have no attacks. No special attacks, but they can gather sort of gems, I suppose. They kind of gather that and attack you that way. Juggernaut. Oh, brain. My brain would not get me Juggernaut. It kept saying Titan, Titan. Like, no, that's not right. There he is. And we've got another card. What's interesting is that it's not giving me cards for the characters I've unlocked down here. That was the female 4. That was Dr. Octopus, the Punisher. Oh, I think there was one more. Don't remember. We haven't talked about the streaming quality yet. Like I said, I was worried about the static backgrounds and whether or not we would get blocking. It would probably show up more in the middle where the blue that we currently have wouldn't appear. But to be honest, it's not been a problem. The controls feel a little heavy. I wouldn't say they feel laggy. It just kind of feels, honestly, like it did on PS3. So for a streaming experience, other than my own issues with the network itself today, it's not bad. If you've not played this game on phone, you might want to think about trying it. It's really not that bad. The story is a little out there, and it does take a long time, but it's a nice little game, and you do get all these other characters later on. I guess in a way, it's a little strange that you can only play the PS4 version of it. There didn't seem to be a way to play the PS3 version. It just says stream game. That's what I did. I just streamed the game. But hey, I've finished that version anyway. There wouldn't be much to show you. Actually, I guess one thing we could finish this video with, as we seem to inevitably do in these videos, is just see if there's a multiplayer going. You know, this game, even on mobile phone, this game is old. But it could be worth just to see if anyone's still there in mobile, on the console. I highly doubt it. But then again, I only really checked when I was playing on the PS3. And that was last year, I think. Yeah, I can see that green up there. Kind of goofed on that one. Unless we get lucky here. Nope. Maybe this will be enough. Nope. But Cap will take it. That's fine. And we got another card. See, there's one way. It's not so much spamming cards, but it is a way to level up your character. I would be. Obviously, like I said, I would have more characters normally, but hey ho. The game listing says we have the DLC. The game listing says stream it, as in stream the game. I guess technically it doesn't say anywhere that it will stream a version of the game with all the DLC installed. But a part of me thinks it kinda should. But I guess logistically their end, this game had 3 DLC packs. Does that mean you have to have the base game and a version with 1 pack, 2 packs, 3 packs? I can't understand why they don't. Logistically, it's a nightmare trying to have enough copies of the game with all the different variations of DLC. And besides, if I wanted to play the game with the DLC, I could just download it. It's still in my download list. Like all the PS3 games, it's still in my download list. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Like if you follow the PS3 game preview series, that playlist, I do is mostly YouTube shorts, but sometimes there are some longer ones. You are going to see a couple of betas. Because those betas that I was a part of on the PS3 are still in my list. And the one I'm looking at perhaps doing, not immediately, but soon, is Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn beta. I cannot guarantee that they have pictures or audio. If you follow that playlist, you can see it's a real mix of some have pictures, some have audio, some have this, some have that. It's no guarantees, and sometimes it's surprising what games have nothing. I don't want to mention any names because, you know, spoilers for when I release them, but yeah. Ooh, first not a match. No card. So we know that that's finished, and technically we could go on to this one. But that's not the goal. Let's have a look, just for laughs. Anyone online, play a match. Quick match. And it's given us level 300 cards, which is great. Because I haven't looked at anyone, I don't get them. I just point out, at the bottom left, that's Loki. I think if I remember rightly, you get that one right at the very end of the game. Like you complete the story and then you get Loki. I guess it's cool that the online still hunts for it. It's a little sad that nowhere does it say if there actually is an online still. That kind of goes part and parcel with these PlayStation Plus premium streaming games. We can always go back to the White Knight Chronicles 1 video, where it explicitly says in the game description that it's an online game with online components and all that stuff. So when I go to try it, it kind of gets itself stuck in a loop where it gets stuck in the PS3 game menu and you cannot get out of it. So yeah, it's kind of become a bit of a running joke. We tried, one of the more recent games we tried was Grip. Fun game. Very much an Unreal Tournament. Very much an Unreal game. But yeah, no one online. I'm pretty sure there were no trophies for online in this game anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here for 5-10 minutes just to check. Like I said, I checked on PS3 when I played it last year. There was no one. Every time I would play this, well, not every time, but now and then I would check online and couldn't find anyone. So, God, you gotta exit all this to get out. Yeah. So yes, that's Marvel Puzzle Quest on PlayStation 4 cloud streaming, but there's also a video showing you how to get your save file in the cloud to the game. I have no idea if it actually tried reading the hard drive to see if there was a save file on the PS4 itself. That's quite possibly true, it might have done that. Nah, it's a fun game, but unfortunately was not maintained, was not kept up to date. I'm pretty sure it has a couple of bugs. I got a feeling on PS3 I had to do a restart somewhere. And the balance isn't perfect either. So, fun, but get it on sale. Even now, after all these years, it's not. If the developers and the license holders kind of put it on the PS3 and PS4 to die, you know, don't worry yourself about it. It's fun, it's nice. Try on cloud streaming and you'll be fine. That'll do. So, next week's cloud streaming video. Not totally sure what it's going to be yet. But until then, or maybe until I check, but until then, or until I see you checking out some of the other videos we have on the site. There are many playlists, we do quite a few during the week, and we even have YouTube shorts. But until then, take care.